We're also going to talk about legislation I introduced this week to protect Christians in Nigeria. Nigeria has seen a persecution of Christians that has been staggering. Just this week, over 60 people were murdered by jihadists, by radical Islamists in northeastern Nigeria. They executed soldiers. They went house to house. This pattern of targeting Christians, targeting Catholic priests, targeting individual men, women, and children is horrific. And my legislation would put real consequences on the government of Nigeria and those who are facilitating this persecution, put real consequences on them.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Thank you for joining me on this monologue. Again, you had that was Senator Ted Cruz of the United States Senate. You heard what he said there. That's exactly that's the situation right now. And I'm glad someone is beaming people, not just someone. The prominent people are really, really speaking out against this genocide, against Christians in the north, especially in the north, in Nigeria generally, but specifically in the north. I'm glad people are bringing it up. However, I want to remind people that the problem of Boko Haram has a lot to do with the US and USAID. USAID, we all know that, of course, it's in the public domain right now, that USAID actually sponsored Boko Haram. And apart from USAID, we know what Obama, the role he played during the Goodluck Jonathan administration. But apart from making sure that he ousted Goodluck Jonathan was voted out of power, he actually was instrumental. Obama was instrumental to what is happening in the terrorism front right now in Nigeria. Obama is directly responsible. His administration actually, I wouldn't say completely sponsored, but they spearheaded the destabilization of the North. That is just the reality. They sympathized with Boko Haram. They fueled it. They sponsored. They participated in the sponsorship through USAID. And that is it. Then we know what Hillary did as well. Look, these people are people that have contributed to what is happening in Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria today, actually, it's not solely, it's not exclusively the Nigerian fault. It is. It is not exclusively Nigeria's fault, rather. But it is also, we have the US and the Western nation who participated in the problem itself. So, and they should participate in solving this problem. But thank God, we have someone like Donald Trump, who, if he were to be the one in power, they obviously wouldn't have this issue of Boko Haram. Even if we had it, it wouldn't have spiraled into what it is, to the menace it is today. So, thank God that the government of President Trump will obviously intervene in this, and that is just the reality. And I thank God for Cruz that is bringing it up as a matter of policy into the Senate by introducing a bill that will actually spur the government into doing the needful by at least starting point, even though that is not enough to target individuals sponsoring this Boko Haram. However, if you have to target individuals sponsoring this Boko Haram, the individuals are not limited to Nigerians alone. The individuals are also part of UN, the United States. There are individuals in the United States, in the United States government, that participate in the United States government, just like Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and in Joe Biden's government, that participated in all these things. So US, while you are holding Nigerians who are responsible for the sponsoring of Boko Haram or the genocide, Christian genocide in Nigeria, you should also hold the US, the participants who are United States citizens responsible as well. They should be made to account for their stewardship while they were in government. Because that is just the reality. Because what is worth doing is worth doing well. If you have to do it, you do it well. Let it go. Let's just have one standard. That is just it. Because the truth is that what is happening in Nigeria today, it's not only at the behest of Nigerians alone. It's not only being perpetrated by Nigerians alone. It has been there. It started and has been there and has continued unabated by the corporation, from the Nigerians, by the corporation of the West, and specifically the US. So I wish Senator Cruz will take it a step further, beyond just targeting Nigerians, the evil Nigerians. We also have the evil Americans who participated in this menace, and they should be brought to justice. And that is just the reality. Otherwise, this thing is not going to be abated. They seem every day we wake up, it gets worse. Especially when we have a complicit president called Bola Tinubu, who is in government. Of course, what do you expect when you have someone that is he himself, his entire background is riddled with criminality, shrouded in all manner of secrecy and mysteries? What do you expect? That is so sad. It is extremely sad. The US, I'm so happy, and I have 100% confidence in the government of Donald Trump to do the needful and target the right people in this. And hopefully, we pray that at least something, people are brought to book, and this whole killing subsides. And that is just my angle on this. Thank you.